The Federal Communications Commission Chairman Ajit has been on tour in the Virgin Islands. One of the main points on the chairman's tour is to discuss the proposed Connect USVI Fund, which intends to create $204 million to provide additional short-term assistance for restoring communication networks, as well as long-term support for expanding broadband access.
And essentially it would direct short-term money, approximately $13 million, to the U.S. Virgin Islands for both fixed and mobile broadband services, just to get the networks restored. Obviously that is not going to be sufficient long-term, however, so there's also a long-term component of the plan, which is approximately $191 million, again, specifically focused on the U.S. Virgin Islands. And here the goal is over the next decade for fixed broadband and over the next 3 years for mobile broadband, making sure that the networks aren't just back to where they were, but they are stronger, they are have more capacity, and ultimately have the ability to withstand whatever Mother Nature might throw at the islands. Additionally, the way we have proposed to structure the plan is that any company, a telecom company, could submit a competitive proposal. If they want to provide service in an area, they would submit their proposal. We would take a look at all the proposals for a specific geographic area and pick the most efficient one. We want to be, of course, fiscally responsible stewards of the taxpayers' funds after all. In addition to that, we have very specific build-out requirements. You have to build out, using these funds, your networks over the subsequent 10 years in the case of fixed broadband, or 3 years in the case of mobile broadband. And there would be reporting throughout so that you would keep the FCC and our partners apprised to make sure that this is not simply a one-time infusion of cash and then we hope for the best. We are going to be educating ourselves along the way to make sure that these funds are being used appropriately.